Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is me, Nadia Rajput from DESI TV USA. Let's have a look at the headlines. Iran launched renewed attacks on US Gulf allies on Saturday after a 7th straight night of US strikes targeting Iranian military sites. Pakistan information technology exports climbed to a record $4.600 billion in fiscal year 2025 to 26. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy warned on Friday that the US was moving closer to the 0 hour for a potential Iranian military operation against US Central Command. Authorities in India's capital, Delhi, have moved fasting social activist Sonam Wangchuk to hospital after his condition worsened on the 21st day of a hunger strike he launched to demand the resignation of the Federal Education Minister. Let's look into details. Attacks on US Gulf allies on Saturday after a 7th straight night of US strikes targeting Iranian military sites, including logistic infrastructure, escalating the war 1 week after a fragile ceasefire agreement fell apart. Both sides also aimed at shipping traffic, with the US saying it was enforcing a naval blockade, while Iran said it targeted vessels that violated its rules on navigating the Strait of Hormuz, the vital waterway for 1/5 of the world's oil supply. Oil prices climbed more than 4% on Friday to their highest level in more than a month, applying political pressure on US President Donald Trump as his Republican Party tries to hold on to power in November congressional elections. Washington and Tehran have been testing the limits of escalation since their ceasefire agreement collapsed last week, raising the prospect of a return to all-out war. The US Military Central Command said it concluded its latest round of attacks by hitting civilian sites, military logistics, infrastructure, and underground weapons storage and maritime capabilities. Pakistan information technology exports climbed to a record $4.600 billion in a fiscal year 2025 to 26, extending the sector's strong growth trajectory and reinforcing its position as the country's largest service export. According to the State Bank of Pakistan, balance of payments data released on Friday, exports under the telecommunications, computer, and information services category rose 21% from $3.814 billion in fiscal year 25. The sector finished the fiscal year on a strong footing, with exports reaching $416 million in June, the highest monthly earning of fiscal year 26. The figure was up 22.7% from $339 million in June last year and 11.5% higher than the $373 million recorded in May. The latest data also showed the sector gathering pace during the final quarter. IT exports rose to $1.212 billion during April-June fiscal year 26 from $1.152 billion in the preceding quarter and $1.179 billion in the corresponding quarter of the last year, indicating sustained overseas demand for Pakistani digital services.
Neurological care is a pressing healthcare challenge in Pakistan. That's why Helping Hand USA is building Kind R, a world-class hospital with 130-plus clinics that is set to establish new standards for neurological care in Pakistan. As the first phase nears completion, anticipation is growing for the launch in the second half of 2025. Give zakat and sadaqah through Helping Hand USA today and join this historic endeavor to redefine future healthcare in Pakistan.
Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy warned on Friday that the US was moving closer to the 0 hour for a potential Iranian military operation against US Central Command naval units in regional waters. In a statement carried by Iranian state television, the IRGC Navy Command said the movements and military equipment of US forces were under surveillance by Iran's naval units. The Americans are drawing closer by the movement to the 0 hour of an operation by Iran's armed forces against CENTCOM naval units in the region's waters, it said. The command concluded its statement with a warning wait and see. Earlier, the U.S. Central Command CENTCOM said on X that U.S. forces destroyed a surveillance tower at Iran's Shahid Kalantari port in Chabahar on July 16, describing it as a part of maritime surveillance network used by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps along Iran's Gulf of Oman coastline. According to CENTCOM, the surveillance network had been used for decades by the IRGC to monitor commercial vessels transiting the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. military claimed the strike would degrade the IRGC's ability to coordinate attacks on civilian merchant ships. Authorities in India's capital Delhi have moved fasting social activist Sonam Wangchuk to hospital after his condition worsened on the 21st day of a hunger strike he launched to demand the resignation of the federal education minister. Wangchuk, 59, has been fasting since June 28 in solidarity with India's youth cockroach Janata Party, which is demanding that education minister Dharmendra Pradhan step down over exam paper leaks in May that affected millions of students. Wangchuk's campaign has emerged as a rare public challenge to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government, drawing widespread support across India and amplifying the activist demands through millions of views and shares on social media. Television visuals on Saturday showed dozens of policemen and security personnel in fatigues and also in plain clothes reaching the venue of the protest and holding large white cloth sheets on a stage that had been created for the protest before Wangchuk was taken away. That's all for now. Keep watching DESI TV USA. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. And don't forget to watch our channels DTV NN and DESI Urdu TV.
Neurological care is a pressing healthcare challenge in Pakistan. That's why Helping Hand USA is building Kind R, a world-class hospital with 130 plus clinics that is set to establish new standards for neurological care in Pakistan. As the first phase nears completion, anticipation is growing for the launch in the second half of 2025. Give zakat and sadaqah through Helping Hand USA today and join this historic endeavor to redefine future healthcare in Pakistan.